morning. So today we're going to be heading to the Space Museum. We're a little bit early, about 20 minutes away. Just reading the book of Revelation at the moment. Our Lord Jesus is probably coming. Anyway, stay tuned for the video. All right, we're coming up the hill. We're arriving right now. It opens in just a few minutes. All right, guys, space is real. Here it is. This is the History Museum for Space. Alright. Space is made in a Hollywood basement. Alright, we're here. Excited. I grew up loving space. I don't believe in space now, but I still grew up loving space, and I'm excited. Up the Stairs of Deception. Museum of Space History. German Air Force Tornado 45+11. That's pretty cool. So is this a replica or is this like a legitimate one? Looks fake. Maybe not. What are those? It says Naz. Oh, is that not English? I don't think that is English. Pretty cool, man. See, obviously I believe in this type of stuff. This thing is huge, dude. It's pretty cool. It's really big. So are these like missiles right here? There may be venomous snakes and insects. I didn't even see those in the desert at any of the parks, but there's gonna be some on pavement. Sure. X7A. Lockhead. Huh. Shrapnel of a rocket, looks like. That's kind of cool. The V2 rocket engine. That's an engine. That's a housing. This is fake. Look how fake this looks. The X-370B orbital test vehicle mock-up. Look, they're underwater, bro. They're literally underwater. Is a reusable unmanned spacecraft. It is boosted into space by Atlas V rocket, then re-enters Earth's atmosphere and lands on a runway. Sure it does. The drone. XQ-A4 drone. That's cool, I guess. Lance missile. This thing's flipping huge, dude. Mach 3. Wow. That thing's big, dude. It's gotta have a pretty big explosion. Airbnb 150 RB. What's this? Whisper dish. Direction for use. 2 people are needed. 1 each dish. Take speaker. Should face. I don't get it. Whatever. Oh, look at this big, giant thruster thing. So all the flame comes out of there, eh? Interesting. And does this piece go on there? I assume they took it off so you could look in it. It looks like. Is this a replica or is this actually used? Dang, this thing is a monster of an engine. I mean, wow. The flame goes... Oh, it's 363 feet high. Look at all that. That's insane. If that's 363 feet high, look at how much... That's crazy, bro. Nike Ajax with a launcher. That's cool. So it like had heat-seeking capabilities in, I guess. Ground meteorological device. Well, okay, this is boring. That's cool, I guess. I guess that's cool. The telescope. The Igor. Intercept ground optical recorder. Huh, that's pretty cool. Oh, so it was manually. Someone would manually do it. There's a freaking chair there. That doesn't seem very... like it could be accurate. What's this? PTV parachute test vehicle. This unmanned sled was the first liquid-fueled rocket-powered vehicle to be run on a high-speed test track. That is freaking sick, bro. The rocket burning liquid oxygen and alcohol propelled the vehicle to Mach 1.2. What the flip? In a mere 4.5 seconds. What the flip? Holy freaking crap. This thing is awesome. This is the coolest thing out of everything here. What the heck? In Mach 1 to 3 and or 1.2 or 5 or whatever it said in 4.5 seconds. What the flip, dude? This thing is insane. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy that we can make something like that. I'm just baffled by how we can make something like that. That's crazy, yo. What's this? This is like the first rocket ever made or some crap. The Little Joe 2. That's cool. Is this a replica or is this like legitimate? NASA. Caution for your safety, please do not climb on building. What is this? Refurbishment team. What is this supposed to be? The Apollo command module has a big engine. Look at this. Thor engine with cradle transporter. It's a big boy. Interesting. Oh, look at this bad boy. F11-7A Nighthawk ingress trainer. Is this like the front of it? It looks like it. Is this a replica or is this... No, that's made out of freaking aluminum, bro. What adventure is here? Just go to the 5th level. Okay, even though I don't believe in space and I think this is all a lie, it's still very fun. This is still very cool. I got 2 movie tickets. Like, let's go. Okay. Ooh, it's nice and cool up here. Unauthorized personnel only. What the flip is in there? Or authorized, I mean. What's in there? I thought this was a museum. So what's going on in there? I want to know what's going on in there. It's just a hallway. It's just people probably working. I don't know what they're doing now. Look. BC, they use before Christ. Why are they using before Christ if they don't believe in Jesus Christ? That makes no sense on itself. Usually people do 80 or whatever, or not 80, but why are they using BC? 3500 BC, 3500 years before Christ. Construction began on the Stonehenge in early. Okay, this is cool stuff. So 300 BC, the Sumerians developed a lunar calendar. 500 BC, the Greek scholar proposes that the earth is round. Get out of here, bro. 500 BC, 500 years before Christ. Baloney. Okay, I'm not gonna read all these, but if you want to, you can pause and read. I'll be here forever and I'll run out of footage. And I also have a movie to make. Alright, Stonehenge, that's cool. We were put here as witnesses to the miracle of life by Yeshua HaMashiach, our Lord and Savior. We are beholden to give back to the universe. If we make landfall on another star system, we become immortal. Ray Bradbury. Okay. She's still alive, by the way, just so you all know. Look into it. Future? Question mark, question mark. There's too much to see here, bro. Bro, I gotta go see Stonehenge. And this. I gotta go see this. The astronaut, Nazca Lines, Peru. Long before recorded history, ancient people were keenly aware of the sky and movement of the sun, moon. Yeah, because the Nephilim, bro. The Nephilim brought us the knowledge. Or they taught us the knowledge. Hey, this looks like, whatchamacallit? That looks like, Oh, what is this, bro? What is this, yo? Oh, it is Chaco Canyon. Sun Dagger. What the flip? I didn't see these in Chaco Canyon. What the heck? Well, at least I get to see them here. I didn't see these in Chaco Canyon either. That's baloney, man. All right. New discoveries. Bigger and better. The Hubble in orbit. In 1990, the Hubble Space Telescope was launched with a 94-inch mirror. Hubble wasn't the largest telescope, but more than made up. Blah, blah, blah. I don't want to read all this. I'll be out of breath. Final Frontier. The James Webb Telescope. Can I look in this? Whoa! Can you see that? Can I move it around too? Oh, snap, I can. What technology is this? Hans, it's either Hans or Hans Lippershey. Depiction of the Dutch telescope from 1624. Galileo decided to build his own in 1609 with his modest instrument. Galileo begins, okay, that's cool. Original telescope on display at the Museo Galileo in Florence, Italy. Interesting. And that was in 1609. Worlds revealed. Okay, I just don't have time for all this. The Dreamers. If I have seen further than others, it is by standing upon the shoulders of giants. Isaac Newton, 1643 to 1727. The history of astronomy is history of receding horizons. No one's talking about. Oh wait, here we go. Cosmology brings us face to face with the deepest mysteries, questions that were once treated only in religion and myth. What's this? Rocket motor injector head? If I read all this, I'd be here all day. I can't read all this crap. World's first liquid fuel rocket. That's pretty cool, man. This guy was a genius. I'm just gonna shut up. I can't be reading all this. I'd be here for hours. This is messed up right here. Poor monkey. So this Air Force Base, I'm pretty sure, is here. Oof, we're really high up. What is this for? What do I get to look at? Who carries quarters on them? This is making me nervous. Yeesh. It is the only area suitable for the purpose. White Sands Space Harbor. Right. New Mexico Space Trial. First man to the moon. Sure you were, buddy. Sure you were. Neil A. Armstrong, 1930 to 2012. Inducted 1976. USA. Neil Armstrong, his first space flight in 1966. Yeah. Module first lunar landing mission. Michael Gollins. Buzz Aldrin. Sure you did. Look at those gloves. They don't look secure. Alright, what's all this? What is this? Sample return container. So they gathered rocks with this. Is this a replica or the original? It's like some type of whatchamacallit, sponge stuff. And here's the lunar module made out of scraps. Trinonite. Okay. Wait, what is this? Trinonite.
Their first job was to unload equipment, including their rover, the electric car in which they would drive to the exploration sites.
That's beautiful. This has got to be one of the most proud moments of my life, I guarantee you. We thank you very much.
As Cernan drove the equipment-laden rover, Schmidt carried the scientific experiments package called LSEP.
Hey, you need me, King? Well, I'm going to go and deploy an LSEP.
In Houston, scientists in the science support room watched, correlating and directing their movements.
People are in here. I gotta go. Mercury Redstone rocket. Gemini flying into Apollo off to the moon. The Apollo program was designed to land humans on the moon and bring them safely back to Earth. Unfortunately, the program began with tragedy when on January 27, 1967, the Apollo 1 astronauts died in a fire during a launch test. Ultimate success came on July 20th. Lie. Are in accurate scale. Teachers, please keep school groups together. Thank you. Dang, their AC is on. That's awesome. Keep you nice and cool. That doesn't look like it's in the ground. Look at aluminum foil, tin foil. I don't buy it. Who took that picture, by the way? Approaching the lunar surface. Who took that? The aliens? The alleged first footprint. Weird. Space module. This is a mock-up. Depicts the interior design for the space lab. Let's see. So this is what it looked like, huh? Just like this. Stowaway. Storage. A camera. And some random chick was here too, I guess. Interesting. Columbia 2. What is this, dude? This is sick. Can I actually, like, is this real? I feel like it's not doing. Press trigger to change the view. Oh snap. Am I supposed to land? Where am I landing at? Why am I going up? Yeah, actually I do want to go in space. This is dumb. This is messed up. Poor monkey. Killed. This is what he was in. Is this a replica or is this actually it? So these lock in, sealing it. He got little handles. So he must have died because this wasn't actually sealed. Space chimp lives? I thought it was a monkey and I thought it died.
As he arrives in typical high spirits for his final checkup. Weighing 37.5 pounds, Ham will be the
What the freak? It's just a dead end.
space, and the first creature trained to respond intelligently to signals from Earth.
Daily Mirror. 2 Russian dogs making history. Life in space. First pictures. Why is Mr. Walt Disney here? What the flip? What does he have to do? Why? What does he have to do with it? That's strange. It's all propaganda. John Paul Stapp, the fastest man alive. Interesting. The origins. What the flip? Rockets in history. This is interesting. The Crimean War saw extensive use of rockets against the Russians. Interesting. A rocket soldier in the army of Tipu Sahib during the final decades of the 18th century in India noticed how the rocket is lashed to the long bamboo stick. Interesting. Leopard Herd Rush transversely rocket fire arrow launcher from the Wu Pi Chi of Maoyan 1, written about AD 1621. All rockets in the launcher could be fired at once and could attain a distance of up to 400 paces. Interesting. The Shame of Rocketry. Rocket Pioneers. Can't read all that, it's just too much. But if you want to, you can. Rocket Pioneers. Delta engine. Cutaway. This is the V2, Saturn V, Apollo 11, Ariane 4, Jupiter. What does this do? Press to launch.
Getting to feel the first thunderous roar. I can see her rising now.
Oh, this is cool.
Going up straight.
V2 missile guidance system. Rocket refueling helmet. Hotol, an air-breathing hybrid. In 1986, the engineers with British Aerospace proposed a craft named Hotol, an acronym for horizontal take-off. Interesting. Rocket types, reaction and propulsion. Look at that giant thing, dude. There's rockets everywhere. Rockets explode.
Next stop, Andy.
Wait a minute. I just lit a rocket. Rockets explode!
And the incredible thing is that the feedback between the accelerators and the gyros and the gimbals on the platform are what allow the owners to continuously the sound
Rumble rocket. What is this? Feel the power of rockets? Yes, let's go, dude. Oh, snap. Oh, make my nose itch, bro. I hope they get more and more crazy. All right, Apollo 11. Oh, shoot, they do. Oh man. Oh, this is wild, bro. Oh gosh. Is it getting worse than this? Holy crap. Oh my gosh. This is insane, dude. Alright. What's this? Primary Guidance, Navigation, and Control System, PGNCS. Oh, they have restrooms, accommodations along the way. How nice. Looks blue. I like that blue. Satellite. Welcome to our satellite gallery. This is going to be interesting, where we display a range of satellite modules, several with connections to New Mexico. Oh, what's this? Sensors, satellites. Oh, I don't get it. Oh, this is like ultraviolet, visible light, infrared. This is how you look to your friends. It is. Pretty good looking, not too bad. This is how you look to a bee. Really? That's scary. This is how you look to pit viper. Oof. Tyros 1. The first television and infrared observation satellite. Is this supposed to be solar panels? Interesting. I wonder where they have an outlet right there. This is pretty neat so far. I'm going kind of quick. The movie will be cool, I hope. Nothing will stop us. The road to the stars is steep, and dangerous, but we're not afraid. Yuri Gagarin, first human being to travel to space and orbit the planet, 1961. Vostok, Russian, blah, 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 blah. Vostok, first human. Oh, okay. Looks fake. It's definitely fake. Even though it's a replica. Gemini spacesuit. I want to know what these two are for. This seals the gloves. Those look like Converse. This is kind of cool. It's kind of not cool. So this is a legitimate spacesuit, I think. Looks like it. Apollo A7L spacesuit. So this went into space, did it? With it tied together by string. I don't know if I buy that. NASA helmet. NASA helmet worn by astronaut Danny Olves for spaceflight readiness training. Blue flight suit. Oxygen purge system. Pliss weighed 70 pounds and could sustain an astronaut for up to 7 hours. That doesn't make sense. 7 hours? As a scuba diver, this might be 2 tanks, maybe 3 tanks at most of oxygen. 7 hours? Bullcrap. Oh, look at this. What we got here? Oh, I crashed.
If you ever get interested in becoming a lunar astronaut,
Nope.
don't call us, we'll call you. Try again sometime. And thanks for playing.
Soviet space food. These items are typical for the diet of the Soviet astronaut in late 1970s. Looks like dog treats, bro. Gemini, freeze-dried, dehydrated foods. That's so small. Chocolate pudding. That doesn't even look like a cup of chocolate pudding. The space food flown aboard Apollo. So why do they have dehydrated food again? Why couldn't they have normal food again? Pepsi in a freaking spray can? Weird. Spacesuit material samples. Insulation resistant bladder. Liquid cooling. Interesting. Apollo 17 moon rock. Okay. So this is moon rock, I guess. This is from outer space. And that's from the moon, apparently. Apollo is a watch. It's a pretty nice looking watch, bud. So what, like this watch went to space, allegedly? Well, that's cool, I guess. What the flip is this? Firefly and Serenity spacesuit. These must be movies. Yeah, these are all movies. Stranger Things, That's cool. Stranger Things hazmat suit. This thing's huge. Spaceman. TV series Castle Spacesuit. Never heard of it. I hear kids though. I better get out of here. What is this? Bring me to heaven. This is the last level. What's this? Rocket Lab? Start designing rockets? Yeah. Okay, that's boring. Hey bud, don't you be running, little liar. First human to the moon. Neil Armstrong. Oh look, she's still alive. Close, close. You, madam, first American woman in space. Maybe that's not her. Astronaut suit. Try on area. Yeah. I see they don't make them for adults. How rude. Yeah, the helmets. They send in kids to space at a young age now. Dang. Oh, bro. Oh, yeah. This is the coolest one so far. Woohoo! Oh my gosh, I gotta get one of these. I did a barrel roll. I did 2 barrel rolls. And I did my final barrel roll. Good night.
Pretty much gonna do a barrel roll, and if that goes good, now just go nose down and call it a night. Hey, you think if I land this successfully, Labs will give me a job as a pilot? You know, I can see what you do a job doing anything if you can pull this off. Yeah, right.
That was awesome. That was awesome. The Horus X10 transmitter for Sky 2017. Dude, I think I wanna get a RC. Look at all these. I wanna get an RC. Whatchamacallit? Handmade radio receivers. Hey, now they're talking my language. I know what all this is. Okay. Well, I think we might be getting to the end of the road here. All the little planes and stuff. Moon gloves. Oh, moon gloves. Out of service. What? What? That's okay. Gender neutral restroom. What the flip, bro? Why are there 3? Level 2. Airlocked engage. What's up with this pyramid thing? Obelisk. What do we got over here? Daisy track, water break. Alright, let's check it out, I guess. Cool, man. So did someone sit in this, it looks like, and then it just went and smashed them into that? Whoa, what is this? Big balls. What is this contraption? Quad Ivy quad something. I don't know. Sled. Oh, we read about this earlier. This is the thing that I think. I don't know. Cool. Oh yeah, this is some cool stuff. The air gun. When first certified in 1960, the air gun that propelled the sled for the Daisy track could be operated on 5 cents worth of air. That's pretty cool. The sled number 1. This is the first Daisy track sled. It was designed to decelerate the payload of a 350 pound at 200 Gs On this sled, equipment could easily be placed in a variety of positions, but human subjects had to lie down. Bro, this looks like it came out of flipping 1950s Ford. Like, seriously. The entire thing, not just the seats. Okay, this was cool. Let's go get some food. Like usual, nothing special, just a cheese and turkey sandwich. But I think I'm actually going to make it a grilled turkey and cheese sandwich. Because, like, why not? Smash it down. Best $12 I ever spent, I'll tell you what. This smells really good. Alright, it's done. Ooh. Nummy yum nums. Okay, we are going into our movie. Please purchase tickets at the main museum. I did. Alright, here we go. Oh, this is very wide. I don't think you're gonna be able to really see what I see.
Mexico Museum of Space History, the New Horizons Theater and Planetarium. My name is Paul. I'll be showing you the sky the way I see it in our parking lot. It changes through the night because the Earth is spinning on its axis. Certain stars meant it was time to plant or harvest crops. Ancient people taught everything about their culture using the stars.
Responsibility. One of the sisters, Juno, was known as the Weaver Girl. It was her job to weave the clouds above. She wove the most beautiful of sunsets and sunrises. She used many different threads to create the different colors of clouds. Juno is represented in the sky as the star Vega, seen in the summer after sunset. Down below, on the earth, lived a humble and lonely ox herd. His name was Newlang. He tended the fields and took care of animals. One day he came upon a very large and very sick ox. Each day he would return and bring food to the ox, hoping he would be of help to the creature. One day the ox was on its feet, waiting for Newlang patiently. Newlang was very surprised to see the ox standing there. He was even more amazed when the ox began to speak. In the skies above China, the ox is often represented in this part of the sky. The humble ox herd was amazed. Newlang and the ox walked back to his home and became good friends. The ox knew that Newlang was lonely and decided to help him. He spoke to Newlang about 7 sisters that lived in the heavens. The ox said that, on occasion, they were known to come to the earth, but only when the heavenly empress, their mother, would allow them to leave. The ox told Newlang where and when to find them by the river's edge. As soon as he went to the river, Newlang saw the 7 sisters. Yet his eyes were immediately drawn to Juno, the Weaver Girl. Juno saw Newlang as well and fell instantly in love with him. Juno and Newlang were inseparable. They stayed on the earth. Juno loved learning the ways of the mortals. In time, she and Newlang were married. Not long after, they had 2 children, a boy and a girl. Years passed, and the 2 were very happy. However, the heavenly empress eventually began to notice that the sunsets were without color and form. She went looking for the Weaver Girl, but could not find her in the heavens. She looked to the earth and found her with Newlang. At that moment, the sky opened, and the soldiers of the empress came. They told Juno that they were ordered to take her back into the sky, and after a tearful goodbye, she obeyed. Newlang was heartbroken. He desired nothing more than to be reunited with Juno. It was then that the ox spoke again. I offer you this one last gift. My hide can be used to take you to the heavens. Newlang thanked the ox, grabbed 2 baskets for the children, and used the hide to fly high to the sky. As Newlang flew into the sky, he and his children began to appear as stars. Newlang appears as the star Altair, while his 2 children are on either side of him. He was not far away from Juno when the heavenly empress saw him and used her finger to draw a line across the sky. The line became the Milky Way. with currents as strong as a wide river. Juno and Yulang were separated by the strong divide. They were able only to stare at each other from either side of the Milky Way. Their hearts ached to see each other, but they were forever separated. People on the earth and those in the heavens were moved to tears by their sad story. Birds, known as magpies, were so moved by this that they flew into the sky to help. So many flew into the sky, they formed a bridge across the Milky Way. The Empress was so moved by this that her heart softened. Afterward, she would allow Yulang, Juno, and their children to be reunited once a year. And so began the Qixi Festival, one of several holidays where the people of China celebrate love. Magpies gather in late summer, signaling the reuniting of Juno and Yulang. To this day, in the summer after sunset, you can look for Juno, also known as Vega. On the darkest of nights, you can find the Milky Way as well. Yulang and his children appear as the bright star Altair and the two dimmer stars on either side. You can find the Ox not far away in the direction of Capricorn. It has been at least 2,600 years since this tale was first written down. Each summer after sunset, you can look to the sky, find these stars, and tell the story of the ox herd and weaver girl, perhaps the oldest of star-crossed lovers.
That's the end of the show. So long, and thanks for coming to see us, and we hope to see you all again soon.
There's a break between that show and the next show. It's kind of gay though. That's the last part that I just showed. That was pretty entertaining. It's kind of cool, little story and stuff, but everything else, I was literally falling asleep. In fact, I did fall asleep. Super boring. I thought this was gonna be like exciting IMAX stuff, but it's pretty boring.
Of living and working here on the International Space Station.
You guys can fast forward through that because that was boring as crap. I fell asleep a few times. That was it for the space station. How'd you like it? Did you think it was cool? Did you have fun? Was it boring? Did you fall asleep? Did you even get to this point? So what do you think? Do you think space is real? I mean, I don't, still, after all that. That's cool, it's fun. But no, I don't believe space is real. I hope you guys liked the vlog, and if you did, give it a like. And if you didn't, tell me you didn't. God's blessings to you. Love you very much. Okay, bye.
Some Pharisees came to Jesus, testing him and asking, "Is it lawful for a man to divorce his wife for any reason at all?" And he answered and said, "Have you not read that he who created them from the beginning made them male and female, and said, For this reason a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. So they are no longer two, but one flesh. What therefore God has joined together, let no man separate." They said to him, "Why then did Moses command to give her a certificate of divorce and send her away?" He said to them, "Because of your hardness of heart Moses permitted you to divorce your wives, but from the beginning it has not been this way. And I say to you, whoever divorces his wife, except for sexual immorality, and marries another woman commits adultery."